how did you came to know Brazilian music in the first place?
Well, I came to know, obviously, living in Cuba and Venezuela and
Mhm.
Colombia. It's just part of the South American music. So you'd hear a lot of stuff. And then eventually, my brother was very much into jazz samba and Stan Getz. So he would play he's 8 years older than me. He would play all the time, or when that all appeared, beginning of the 60s, uh, all that kind of, so jazz samba and Stan Getz playing also. And and then gradually, um, I would dip in and out, but it wasn't until I met Sergio when he came to London, and he spoke English perfectly. And then he told me about Os Mutantes, and I listened to that stuff, and then what he was into and what he was doing. And then he was the boyfriend of a Colombian lady singer who was working in my studio. And then one day we said, why don't we do an album? I had a studio, so let's do an album together. And then he has the most fantastic technique and his knowledge. So it was like we had to do an instrumental album, and then we just started, and it finished, and that was it, and it was just done. And I had a label by then, although actually we didn't put it out on my label. It was on Black Sun, but so it was part of my adventure. I wanted to work with a Brazilian musician. In awe of Brazilian guitarists because of the chords they
Mhm.
play and the way they play them. It's just, I could never, if I practiced every day now for the rest of my life, I could never. But luckily, the Colombian girl who was the girlfriend of Sergio could play that style
Mhm.
beautifully. And it's like that and rumba flamenca. I love that kind of, I wish I could play like that. But no, obviously, it's fantastic. The musicianship of Brazilian musicians. And, I managed to get um, a Brazilian saxophonist, multi-instrumentalist, to play with David Gilmour on the tour.
Mhm.
I filmed him playing in my studio, sent it to David, and he said, book him. Um, Joao Miller from Curitiba is one of the most incredible musicians I've ever met.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's just, but that's typical.